Maybe I'll do like a spin. Maybe I'll do like a... Hello, folks. Nah, that didn't feel right. Hello. Hi, folks. Today is Friday, April 26th, 2024. As usual, my name is Jake Baldino, here to talk about all the video game news that has been going on this week. Yes, once again, it's Jake on the road in a weird hotel room. I'm traveling for secret reasons, but we have video game news to talk about, so let's just jump in. The first thing, it's a lot of rumors and speculation this week, so just, get ready for that. But the biggest thing right now is really a little Grand Theft Auto news and a little birdie, a little detail about what could have been with GTA 5 single-player DLC. This has been a thing for a while. I mean, some people, I feel like at this point, GTA 5 has been out for so long that some people weren't even born yet, but there was originally seemingly plans to do single-player expanded content. The expectation was that GTA 5 would continue in GTA 4's footsteps with something like Ballad of Gay Tony, Lost and Damned, something like that. And there was never anything. But thankfully now, the voice actors for the main characters of GTA 5 have kind of gone on record. This was reported by The Loadout. It was on streamelite.com, a conversation with the actors. And we got some details, believe it or not. Very small, but still. The biggest comes from actor Stephen Ogg, who, of course, played Trevor. I will link the whole podcast in the description down below, as well as all the news I talk about today, but the quote is, Trevor was going to be undercover. He works for the feds. And we did shoot some of that stuff with James Bond Trevor. He's still kind of a fuck-up, but he's doing his best to pretend to be like a secret agent. We shot some stuff, and then it just disappeared, and Rockstar never did it. They never followed up on it. That, to a lot of people, is high-key, almost confirmation of Agent Trevor being a thing. Agent Trevor, if you don't know, was a data mined phrase that people found, thinking that there was going to be a Trevor spin-off DLC. And Agent Trevor actually sounds like a really cool idea. As a certified Trevor hater, I found him kind of annoying. I still think an Agent Trevor type of thing would have gone for some really good comedy and over-the-top moments. But now it seems like we're never getting that. Rockstar has clearly moved on with Grand Theft Auto 6. I mean, they've kind of moved on because they're doing GTA Online still, of course, with Michael's voice actor just suggesting or speculating that they never followed up or never continued with because they were just so busy with GTA Online. And I think that's most people's assumption. I think that's a fair assumption. But all we can do now is just kind of sit around and think about what could have been. Hearing about this, is that something that you'd be interested in playing or not really? Let me know. Now, this next story comes from leaker Jonathan on Twitter. It's reported by Insider Gaming, so it's people who sometimes have a decent track record, but take it all with a grain of salt. Of course, this is rumors and speculation, but this person is saying that the Watch Dogs brand, the Watch Dogs franchise, as of right now, is dead and buried, quote unquote. This possibly because of the failure that they suggest of Legion, which Legion wasn't a total sales failure, I guess, but not a massive, huge hit for Ubisoft, and definitely not as good as the previous two games sales-wise. So they're pointing to that. There was apparently a Watch Dogs Battle Royale type thing in the works or something, and as of right now, that's it with the franchise. I would say, with the headlines, our headline, Watch Dogs is dead, I would say never because money never sleeps and brands and franchises will be revived. I think that Watch Dogs is on ice more than actually dead and buried. I could see it be revived at any point. Also, there is a movie in the works, or there's a script being shopped around, or a concept, I don't know, but I think that Watch Dogs still has kind of struggled to come up with an identity, but I still think there's something enough there for it to continue to exist one way or the other. If, they decide to stop making big, expensive AAA games for it because it's not worth the risk, take Watch Dogs and do weird, fun things like how they did with the Prince of Persia brand, with the Dead Cells Prince of Persia game, Lost Crown from recently. I don't know. That seems cool, but we'll see where it goes. I know a lot of people want to just point the blame at Legion, with it kind of getting a mixed response from fans and stuff, but ultimately, as a Watch Dogs enjoyer from the beginning, I think it's just a series that has always kind of struggled to really find its identity. For me personally, I think the character and the kind of vibe of the first game mixed with some of the variety and gameplay of the second game would have been a perfect mix. I'm talking too much. I also I want to touch upon the fact that as much as we dig on Ubisoft, I'd be sad not to see more Watch Dogs. Even if I wasn't the biggest fan of Legion, they tried stuff. So maybe we'll see it again, maybe we won't, who knows, but that's one of the big headlines right now. Jumping over here real quick to talk about the sponsor of today's video, Control. Now, Control is all about helping to kill your cravings with something healthier that actually tastes really great. Like the bold concept what if protein bars didn't taste like cardboard and chalk? Control is owned and operated by gamers, and they're trying to get gamers to eat and snack a bit healthier. Myself included, I'm on the grind all day, I'm playing games, I'm not the best at following up on this stuff, but I do exercise, so there are things that my body needs. And with Control, I'd say their biggest product is the meal replacement shakes. It beats a bland tasting meal replacement shake by a mile. I've been having the cookies and cream one. I've been slamming this for a while now. Tastes delicious, but it also has 23 grams of protein, a gram of sugar, 8 grams of fiber, 230 calories, and it keeps you full and satisfied for over 3 hours if you're gaming or exercising or just living your life. They also offer protein cookies if you're looking to hit your macros and satisfy your sweet tooth. These also have protein, fiber, 22 vitamins and minerals, as well as 4 grams of collagen. But my absolute favorite is the protein meal bar. This thing is so far from bland. It tastes delicious. It's almost a candy bar. It gives me the protein I need, and the peanut butter s'mores variety is just so good. If you're interested, Control offers a bundle builder, allowing you to kind of try the products you want at a discounted price. You can add a bunch of different things to your cart. If you add over 5 products, you get a discount of up to 20% off. And you can use our code gameranx for an extra 10% off on top of that for a total of 30%. Control has actually been responsible for helping me cut down on my snacking. So if you want to check that out and feel the benefits as well, all you got to do is click the link in the description down below or head to drinkctrl.com/gameranx. And then when you're there at checkout, use code gameranx for 10% off your order. Check out that bundle builder, add what you want, try some flavors. Again, that's drinkctrl.com/gameranx and use code gameranx. And big thanks to Control for sponsoring this video. Also, sticking with Insider Gaming, linked below, they are reporting on Assassin's Creed Hexe stuff, like a leak, so to speak. I don't want to talk too much about it because I don't want this video to get taken down because it is so early. But Insider Gaming has gotten Ubisoft and Assassin's Creed stuff correct in the past, and apparently Hexe is going to be part of that Assassin's Creed Infinity platform, and it's going to have a female protagonist set during the time period that was already announced, but it's going to be focused around her being pursued by like German soldiers, and it's going to be more of like a linear, more story-based experience. If you ask me, that's cool. They've said from the beginning with this one that this is going to be a very different Assassin's Creed game. And at this point, the games are so all over the place with massive open world RPGs and some kind of throwbacks to the original games. And then, of course, those original games. If this is its own weird thing, sure, why not? We had a pirate game. It felt weird for them to make a pirate game, and then the pirate game turned out to be absolutely awesome, and I'm still talking about it. So we'll see where that goes. I think it's still a ways away. There's a lot more Assassin's Creed coming before that. Assassin's Creed Red, of course, and who knows what else. Next, let's talk about Sonic the Hedgehog, because last week I tried to report on the entertainment news side of things, but I forgot to mention that Keanu Reeves is officially cast as Shadow the Hedgehog for Sonic the Hedgehog 3. I think those movies are good, and I think that's a really cool choice. Are they going to give this Shadow actually a gun? I really hope so, because Keanu, guns, just kind of, it makes sense, Yeah. Don't put that in. I don't know. Or do. I don't know. Yeah. No. Yeah. I don't know. I'm going crazy. Sega has said that it is the year of Shadow, but a new rumor has come about this week about Sonic Frontiers 2. The rumor suggests that it is going to be taking the foundation, the footprint, and the ideas of Sonic Frontiers, but blowing it out in a new game. And it may not necessarily be called Sonic Frontiers 2. It might be Sonic something else. And I will say, as somebody who went on record a lot about Sonic Frontiers, I think this is good. I want that formula to be pursued because I liked a lot of the ideas and some of the gameplay concepts in Sonic Frontiers. It just felt like it was coming in hot. It felt messy otherwise. They figured out some things, but then they didn't have any time to spend on other things. So now that they got some of the gameplay flow and formula right, I would love to see them blow it out in something way more interesting and hopefully less bugs and weird frame rate and graphical issues and just more interesting and cohesive all around. This rumor does come from Daniel RPK. It was reported by comicbook.com and a bunch of places, so we don't know for sure, but I don't know. I feel like it's a safe bet. Sega's going to make another Sonic game, big surprise. wise. And Sonic Frontiers was a success. Next up, we've got a bunch of like new games dropping. It's been a busy week, so the first one I want to highlight is Sandland. This is out now. This is the new RPG based on, of course, the great works of the late, great Akira Toriyama. So there's that. We didn't have time to do it before you buy. I apologize. We are a small team. We are quality over quantity. We don't want to try and take on too many reviews and mess something up and piss you guys off. So no review on that one from us, but overall it seems like it's being well received. Also, I want to play this one. Another Crab's Treasure. This is from a smaller studio, and this is a Souls-like, but like you are a little cute underwater crab. I don't think there's anything to add other than just, again, put up the gameplay here. It's a crab and you're killing shit. Cool. Also, the Fallout 4 Next Gen update dropped for PS5, Xbox Series X and S, and then there's some PC stuff as well. We did put out a before you buy on that if you want to check that out. If you're looking to jump back into the wasteland after the new show or just for whatever reason, there you go. Also, Stellar Blade is out at this point if you're watching, and I reviewed it and I really liked it. I think it's a good, fun action combat game. It's not perfect. It's got some like crappy stuff in it, but like I think the combat and the visuals and the presentation is so cool that it's just fun, and I recommend it to most action fans. Also, Manor Lords, a city builder with a kind of different spin. It's a very small indie studio type thing, but it released in early access and the reception has been great so far. We also put out a before you buy for that. We've been busy. But also don't miss Tales of Kenzera Zhao. This is a Metroidvania style game. This was announced at the Game Awards with actor Abu Bakar Salim, who made the game kind of dealing with the grief of his father. And I started the first couple of hours of it and it's very cool. It's not as complex as something like Prince of Persia Lost Crown, but it makes up for it in like story and dialogue and just an interesting adventure. Also, it's like a lower priced game, so there's that. But on the other hand, Topspin is back. There's a new Topspin game. It's out. Seems like people are digging it. The reviews are pretty good. I remember playing the original Xbox Topspin back in the day and loving it and not knowing a thing about tennis. So I might consider checking this one out at some point. Then we also just have new game trailers for stuff that's not out yet. First and foremost, Arena Breakout Infinite. This is getting an early access release on May 8th, and it's another extraction shooter, but this one is pretty. Also, Mudrunner VR. This is a Quest VR experience, like a Mudrunner thing. People are still asking for like native, fully implemented PC VR support, myself included, but for now, there's this experience. Also, don't miss Tales of the Shire. So this is dropping in 2024, and this to me almost is like Animal Crossing, but with hobbits. That's a good thing. You know, I think they're trying to get creative with some of these Lord of the Rings games, like, Return to Moria. More like that, less like Gollum, please. But this trailer is great because it just straight up says right at the beginning, there are awesome adventures in Middle-earth and kicking ass and doing shit. This isn't about that. This is about chilling. And, sometimes I think we just need a vibe game. A game where you turn off your brain and you just do a fishing mini game or whatever. But that's life. That's about where we're at for the gaming news. I gotta go, but, you can always yell at me on Twitter, Instagram, social media, whatever, at Jake Baldino. My YouTube channel, at Jake Baldino. I put out some more Stellar Blade thoughts there if you want to check that out. But let's talk about all the stuff this week. I really want to know what you guys think about Watch Dogs and the brand not being around anymore. How do you think it could be revived if it is dead? Or do you think it's just really dead? And are you happy or sad? Also, the GTA single player leak thing, the info that's out. Is Agent Trevor something that you would have really shit your pants for? Let's talk about this stuff. All the new trailers, everything like that. Let's talk in the description down below. Of course, there's always going to be that pinned comment. It does have a sponsored link on it, but that pinned comment where you drop what games you're playing this week, it helps us for our data, so thank you. Let us know what you're playing. But thank you guys for watching very much. Clicking the like button does help us. We are here every Friday. We never miss. But I'm Jake Baldino. Thank you guys for watching. Have a great weekend. Be safe. Pizza's on me.